Hello all and welcome to this hands-on lab. In our lab today, we will learn how to configure multiple private and elastic IP addresses for a Linux EC2 instance. Before we continue further ahead, a couple of things to keep in mind. Using AWS services leveraged in this lab can incur charges. Hence, ensure that you clean up all resources after completing this lab. Scenario for our lab today. You have an existing EC2 instance, and this is a Linux EC2 instance with one private IP address and one public IP address associated to it. Along with that, you have an existing web application installed on this EC2 instance. What you need to do as part of this lab is associate one additional private IP address to your EC2 instance. After that, you need to provision two new elastic IP addresses. Once those elastic IP addresses are provisioned, you need to associate these elastic IP addresses to your EC2 instance. And it should be done in such a way that it replaces the current public IP address. Finally, you should be able to browse your web app leveraging both the elastic IP addresses. Okay, so this is what we will try and accomplish in this lab. Prerequisites for this tutorial is knowledge of public IP and elastic IP. So in case you do not know what is a public IP, what is an elastic IP, what is the difference between them, please refer to this video. Reference articles. Now these two articles that I have mentioned over here can significantly help you with this particular lab. I will have these URLs posted in the description as well, but I would definitely recommend that you review through these articles before proceeding further ahead. In fact, I have them open right here. So this is the first article right here, and it talks about how to configure secondary private IP address for your Amazon EC2. It actually talks both for Windows and Linux. Okay, but we are going to focus on Linux in this particular tutorial. And the second link that I have over there is basically this very same link, configuring the operating system on your instance to recognize the secondary or the second private IP addresses. So if you click on this, it basically opens up another link, and this over here, you will see some additional information as well. We will be leveraging some of the commands mentioned over here in this text, but this entire article, its name is multiple IP addresses, is really good. And I will definitely recommend, that you read through this particular article. Okay, now let's continue further ahead. Pre-prep for this lab. So you need to go ahead and launch one EC2 instance with one public IP associated to it in your VPC. This could be any VPC, right? If you don't have a existing VPC, just launch this EC2 instance in your default VPC. Ensure that whatever security group that you associate with your EC2 instance have port 80 and 22 open. Finally, just go ahead and SSH to your EC2 instance using EC2-user. Now, in my case, I have already done and completed all these steps, and I am basically connected to my EC2 instance. Okay, so we will continue further ahead from there. Steps. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to switch to the root user, and then we need to install, enable, and start HTTPD service. So let's do that. So I'm going to say sudo su. Okay, then we have to do is sudo basically install HTTPD. So yum install HTTPD. enter, say yes. Okay, so our HTTPD is installed. Now we have to enable it. So sudo systemctl enable HTTPD. So HTTPD service has been enabled. Now let us go ahead and start the service. So it's going to be sudo systemctl start HTTPD. So our HTTPD service has now started on this particular EC2 instance. So let me go back to my AWS console and I'm going to close some of these links. So this is my EC2 instance right here. And I'm going to copy this public IP address and let's try and browse it. So if our HTTPD service has been installed successfully, we should be able to see the test page. Okay, so this is a test page. So what we have done so far is we have basically completed all of these steps. The next thing that we will do is we will create a test HTML file and we'll call it index.html and we will place this file in this particular folder. Okay, so let's do that. So let's first go ahead to that particular folder. So cd/where/www.html. Okay, now over here we will create our index.html file. Okay, so you go ahead and create a small HTML, like inserting a small text. So let's do that. In HTML, then we can say H1. This is a sample app, and I'm going to basically close this. We can add some body, some text goes here, and we will close our body right there. Okay, so we added some text over here, which is good. We have to just go ahead and save this file. So :wq, and this is awesome. So if you have to go back and we go here leveraging the public IP address and we say index.html, we should be able to see this particular file. Now this particular file is basically acting as our application. Okay, so we are able to successfully complete these two steps, that is creating the HTML file and browsing it, leveraging a public IP address. Now the next thing is to associate another private IP using the AWS console. So let's go back to our AWS console. Okay, so this is one private IP address that you have here. Our intention is to add and associate one more private IP address to this very same EC2 instance. So we will go to actions, then we will go to networking, and then over here we should be able to see manage IP addresses. So click on that. Okay, now over here we will see our one single private IP address, and our intention is to associate another private IP address. So click on assign new private IP address and we will say 172.31.28. Now we have 101. So we are going to call this 100. Okay. So we will have two IP addresses, 100 and 101. Those are the last three characters of the IP address. So you can see right here, right? There you go. So click on save. Confirm. Okay. So has the IP address showed up over here? Not yet. So if you see, it's not yet showed up over here. Okay. And sometimes this new experience UI is kind of a little buggy as well. So it doesn't show up that fast. But if I go to the older UI, you might probably be able to see the second private IP address. So here you will see actually now that we have two IP addresses, right? So I don't know, I think they're still working on the new experience, but here are the two private IP addresses. Okay, so this private IP address is kind of still not associated to this instance, okay? And that's where those reference URLs actually come in handy, because they talk about the fact that although you have added the IP address, okay, it's not yet associated or attached to your instance. And we will see that. So we basically kind of associated, quote unquote. Now we have to ensure that it is truly associated, right? For that, what we will do is we will run these two commands. So first we will see what IP addresses are currently associated with this particular EC2 instance. So over here, you will see that you have only 101 associated. The other IP address that we gave, the new second IP, private IP address that ends with 100, right? That is currently not associated. And for it to be associated, we will have to restart the network service using this particular command. So we'll say sudo service network restart. So it's restarting it, and now it's back. So let me clear this. And now if we run the same command again to check which IP addresses are actually associated, we can see those IP addresses, right? So hit enter, and now you will see right here 101 as well as 100 is also associated with this EC2 instance. So we have basically been able to associate the new IP address that we created with our EC2 instance. The next thing that we need to do is we need to provision two elastic IP addresses. So let's go here, go to your elastic IPs, click on allocate new address. Okay, just go ahead with the default Amazon pool, click on allocate, click on close. And if I have to go to new experience, let me show you one in new experience as well, right? Then again, go over here, say allocate elastic IP address. Say this is your region, that is fine. Amazon's pool for IPv4 is okay. And click on allocate. So now we have two IP addresses that have been elastic IP addresses that have been allocated to us. And the next thing that we need to do is we need to associate these elastic IP addresses to our EC2 instance. Okay, so select 155, and then go to actions, say associate elastic IP address, and then select your instance, scroll down, and now select either of the two IP addresses. Okay, so let's select 101 first. So 101 is going to be associated with 155. Okay, click on associate. Okay, so it's been associated. So 155 is now associated to 101, and 113, that's the second IP address, We are going to say associate this elastic IP address, select our instance, and then select 100. So 113 is going to be selected to, sorry, associated to 100. Okay, click on associate. So both of our IP addresses have been associated to our EC2 instance, and these are elastic IP addresses. Now let's go back to our EC2 dashboard and let us see. We should be able to see a couple of things. We should be able to see that these two elastic IP addresses have been associated. Our original public IP address is whatever 100. Okay, that is no longer valid. Okay, so let's see what we have over here. Now select this. Okay, and you should be able to see two elastic IP addresses. So you can see two elastic IP addresses over here, right? And now our this particular IP address that we had, this IP address is no longer valid. It has been replaced, okay, by one of the elastic IP addresses. Just right there. And this will actually give us an error over here. But what we should be able to do is we should be able to browse our application leveraging either of these two elastic IP addresses. So there it is, it cannot be reached. So let's copy the first elastic IP address that we have. So I think which one do we have? We have 113, I think. We have 155. Okay, 155. So now if I hit enter, there it is. And now let us copy the second elastic IP address right here. Right? This is, I think, 113. Paste it there. Enter, and you will be able to see your app. So now this particular application, which is running on this specific EC2 instance, can be accessed leveraging either of the two elastic IP addresses. Okay, elastic IP addresses are always public in nature and they are for external facing sites. So guys, I hope that you practice and you like this tutorial. This is a very handy way of associating multiple IP addresses to your EC2 instance. Now, one of the scenarios where you could potentially leverage something like this, right, is like you have, let's say, multiple applications or websites running on the very same EC2 instance, and you want to associate two elastic IP addresses to not only to your EC2 instance, but also ensure that each of these websites can be accessed over that specific elastic IP address. Okay, so that is possible. In fact, what I have just showcased to you as part of this particular hands-on lab is just the basic. You can definitely go ahead and complicate this further as well. In fact, I will try to create another hands-on lab wherein we have multiple applications on the same EC2 instance, and we will see, how we can associate the elastic IP addresses to those websites running on a single EC2 instance. Okay. Okay, guys, that's it from me today. I hope that this hands-on lab was helpful. Do practice it. Okay, let me know your feedback, and I will see you shortly in some other video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.